A courtroom clock just started ticking on one of the biggest trust betrayals in modern NASCAR history. 9 days, one trial. And a judge who has already found that a former crew chief walked out the door with secrets that didn't belong to him. This isn't a rumor anymore. This is happening, and the date is locked in. Here's the breakdown. Fast. Gibbs Racing is suing Chris Gabehart, the man who built championship-caliber cars as their crew chief, for allegedly taking trade secrets when he left to become chief motorsports officer at Spire Motorsports back in February. JGR isn't stopping there. They're also suing Spire directly, claiming the team used that proprietary information during the 2026 Cup Series season. Both Gabehart and Spire are denying everything, and both are countersuing Gibbs Racing right back. Now a judge has set the calendar. Trial begins Monday, February 14, 2027. It's expected to run 9 straight days. To understand why this stings, you have to understand what Gabehart actually was inside that building. He wasn't just a crew chief. He was the strategic brain behind one of the sport's most successful cars for years. The kind of mind teams build championship runs around. When someone like that walks out the door and lands at a rival organization in an elevated executive role, it's never viewed as just a career move. It's viewed as a threat. And here's the part that should stop every NASCAR fan mid-scroll. This isn't a case where JGR is throwing accusations into the wind, hoping something sticks. Judge Susan Rodriguez has already made a factual finding that Gabehart did take proprietary data when he left. That's not an allegation anymore, that's a ruling. What's still unresolved is the bigger question. Did that information ever make it into Spire's hands, and did it influence performance on track in 2026? Gabehart claims he returned everything and never passed it along. JGR hasn't proven otherwise yet. That distinction is the entire ballgame. Let's break this down like it actually deserves. Strategically, this case is a minefield for everyone involved. If JGR can prove the data reached Spire and shaped competitive decisions, you're not just talking about a lawsuit anymore. You're talking about a credibility crisis for an entire race team. Wins, strategy calls, even sponsor confidence could be called into question. But here's the risk on the other side. JGR has to actually prove transmission and use, not just possession. Right now, the ruin only confirms Gabehart took information, not that Spire benefited from it. That's a much higher bar. And if JGR can't clear it, they risk looking like they used the legal system to punish a former employee for simply taking a better job. From a competitive standpoint, this case also puts every major race team on notice. Locker rooms, or in this case, shops and command centers, are watching closely. Non-competes, data protection, and executive movement in NASCAR just got a lot more serious. Expect legal departments across the garage to tighten contracts before this trial even starts. Is this smart or dangerous? Honestly, both. JGR is protecting its intellectual property, which is the right long-term move, but dragging this into a 9-day trial also means airing internal operations, strategy philosophy, and personnel tension in a very public way. That's a gamble, win or lose. Fans are split right down the middle on this one. One side sees Gabehart as a builder who earned the right to take a bigger opportunity and views JGR's lawsuit as an organization trying to punish ambition. The other side sees a clear violation of trust, someone who helped build a championship program, then allegedly walked out with the blueprint. Media coverage is going to intensify hard as we approach discovery deadlines this summer. Every document filed between now and August is going to get picked apart, screenshotted, and debated across every NASCAR platform. 2 paths from here. Best case scenario, discovery reveals no meaningful transmission of data to Spire, Gabehart's account holds up, and both sides settle before wasting 9 days and millions in legal costs on a trial. NASCAR moves on with tighter data policies league-wide. Worst case scenario, documents surface showing information was used competitively in 2026. That opens the door to real financial and reputational damage for Spire, a possible legal precedent for future crew chief and executive movement across the sport, and a trust wound in the garage that doesn't heal quickly. Somewhere between those two outcomes is where this almost certainly lands. But which direction it leans could define how NASCAR handles executive poaching for years. So here's the real question. Did Chris Gabehart cross a legal line, or is Gibbs Racing punishing a former employee for chasing a bigger opportunity? Drop your take in the comments. I want to see both sides argue this one out. And if you want to stay ahead of every twist in this case before it hits mainstream coverage, make sure you're subscribed to SportsWire USA. This story is only getting started.